University were a team that existed in the VFL from 1908 until they had to leave the league in 1914. But in this video, we're taking a look at what that team might look like if it was still around in the AFL today. Now, when you talk about the name for this team, I think there's a possibility they could have kept the University name and just added a nickname onto it. But I think it's more likely that they probably would have changed their name, possibly to a suburb name, similar to what all the other teams in the league had. The actual Melbourne University itself is located in a suburb called Parkville. So I think as time went on and they adapted a suburb name, they'd probably go with that name of Parkville. As for a team nickname, I considered a number of options, one of which was Parkville Panthers. I thought that was pretty strong. But I think when you're using the colours of blue and black and the name Panthers, you're just kind of stealing the identity of the Carolina Panthers from the NFL. So we want something a little more original. After going through a number of other names, the one I settled on in the end was Phantoms. I think that works well with their darker colour scheme of, the two dark colours of black and blue. And it's a pretty unique name. Not too many teams out there have this name. So this new team goes from being University to become the Parkville Phantoms. So what colours will this team wear? Well, I think the black and blue combination that University has always worn, that really works quite well, and it's a pretty unique combination. So I don't think that needs a change. We'll stick with those two colours of black and blue. Perhaps you could add white or grey into the mix. That would work well, as a third colour, just to maybe a little bit of a brighter, lighter colour to contrast well with the other two, but I think black and blue still work pretty well together. So with the name and colours decided on for the Parkville Phantoms, we can now unveil their brand new logo. Onto the Guernseys now, and I think personally that the design of the University jumper, black jumper with the blue kind of V over it, I think that works really well, and it looks great in those colours. So I reckon we keep that design and don't really change too much about it. This gives us a black base with blue collars and cuffs and a blue V on top of the Guernsey. Now, one potential issue with this jumper is that it does look very similar to that of Port Adelaide, to their current home jumper. But again, had University stayed around, Port Adelaide probably wouldn't be wearing that design because it would be too similar to the University jumper, so that's probably not a problem. For the away jumper, we're just going to keep it simple and go with the inverse. So a blue jumper with black collars and cuffs, a black V and black numbers on the back. And of course you wear the traditional white shorts with the away jumper. Now, since blue and black are both fairly dark colours, this team will probably need a third jumper, a clash jumper. So with this one, we've gone with a white jumper with black collars and cuffs. I've also added some black shoulder pads and black side panels down the side, just to really add a strong element of black still in the Guernsey, because that's their main colour, so we still want to keep that a strong part of a clash Guernsey. On top of the Guernsey, we've got a blue V with a black outline just to kind of distinguish it a bit, and then to finish it off, we've got white shorts. This jumper almost does look a little bit too much like a North Melbourne jumper. Obviously the elements of black around the top and the sides and the outline on the V really help to kind of distinguish it away from that and set it apart from that, but it does still kind of look like that North Melbourne jumper with the V. So is this a problem? Maybe, but I think if this team were going to wear a clash jumper, this is probably the best option. So there we have the identity for University in the AFL in 2020, with their new name, their logo and their 3 Guernseys. It's also interesting to wonder what kind of situation this team would be in if they were in the AFL today. Would this team be one of the smaller Melbourne teams? Perhaps they'd be one of the big ones, but there's always a chance that they'd be one of the smaller teams and therefore weaker financially. And that potentially would have made them a prime candidate for relocation or merger in the 90s, when the AFL was really gone through those periods of change. The other problem that this team would bring with it if they were still around today is that it's yet another Melbourne team. The last thing the AFL needs is more Victorian teams, so it gives you that problem of, do you have yet another Melbourne team, or do they, as I said, get relocated or merged with someone else? So that's about it for this episode, guys. Remember to leave your thoughts down below on the new name, the Guernseys and logo. Give your thoughts on what you would like to see University look like if they were still a part of the AFL today, and how them being around might impact the league. And also let us know what else you'd like to see us explore in this AFL What If series. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.